knobs being twiddled? No, it'll be fine. They always
Have you
turn
been
out
playing
fine.
with your knob again, Rusky?
No, I think this is all grand. It'll be fine. I don't know how good the silence capture is going to be because I can actually hear the dryer going into spin cycle downstairs. But whatever.
Whatever. It's not that serious a podcast.
No. Oh yeah, because we're actually recording and this is going to be going on it. So yeah, to explain what we're doing, I am Ruskey Doo. I have been playing Hearthstone since beta.
I am Grey and I have picked up Hearthstone within the last month? Yeah. I'd say within the last month. Possibly 3 weeks ago, I'd say.
Yeah.
No, not long. Not long.
Yeah, and we've been kind of doing a tutoring thing. And we thought it might be interesting to record the tutoring thing so other people could possibly experience the tutoring thing.
Well, the problem that I've been having is that as a new player, I keep finding myself going, what's next? What do I do? How do I do this? And there's a lot of... there's Hearthporn and there's that other place.
Isn't it Hearthpone?
Oh, porn. I have no idea.
Porn. I think Hearthporn is something entirely different, and I think if our dear viewers went to look for Hearthporn...
I see how my pronunciation may...
I'm suddenly like, is that a thing? I mean, Rule 34 states it's clearly a thing. Hearthporn.com. Submit your epic Hearthstone moments. Okay, sure.
Oh, fair enough. Yeah.
Oh yeah, no, it's just people who've
who've done really cool things, well, what they think are really cool things in Hearthstone.
Yeah. I might have a look at this later. There actually seems to be some pretty good stuff on here. Like lots of people's drawings and stuff, and also moments and...
Anyway, Arena is something that I've wanted to try. Everybody says that it's one of the best ways to pan for gold. And
yes.
So, the most efficient way. Because you spend 150, but you always get a pack worth 100 gold, and then you get another reward on top of that.
Yes. And so I believe it's in the region of 4 to 5 wins, and you will be able to constantly arena on average, because you'll get enough money to do another arena. Sorry, go on.
I was going to say, because I don't have enough gold right now, I'm actually going to spend real-world money.
I've never ever done this. I've never seen this screen before because I've never paid for an arena run in the past.
Okey-doke. My 3 potential heroes are Anduin, the Priest, Valera the Rogue, and Garrosh the Warrior.
Okay, first up, what a lot of people will do is there's various programs that will essentially screen capture what you're doing, and they will tell you what card to pick and what is your best class and all that jazz. I don't use them because I just don't think they're as much fun. But it's something you might want to think about.
If you want to take it seriously,
expert advice on doing that. But I think that
you know what? I actually think that not having any of the kind of theory behind it and why you should be choosing those things is actually probably a really terrible thing. If you don't know why you're choosing... Crutch. Yeah, if you don't know why you're using certain cards and why they're being chosen, that's actually probably kind of bad.
Okay, so... well, anyway, let's talk about the heroes you got right here, because... Okay, so Warrior is generally considered to be ass.
Okay, I was going to say, is Warrior... my guess was going to be that Warrior was going to be one of the stronger ones. Okay,
so here's what arenas are about. Arenas are about creature control. You can't set up any of your combos and you can't do clever stuff. So what arenas are about is about your getting your creatures to get more value than his creatures or her creatures.
Priest?
Priest is very good, but to explain why that makes Warrior bad, Warrior's hero power doesn't affect the board. It only affects his life total. So...
Oh, I see.
Yeah, so you see how it's really janky on that front, because he can't help creatures on the board with his hero power, and you will end up using your hero power to fill out slots. Now, Valera is a very interesting one, because it's Valera and Anduin who have the most board affecting hero powers. Because if you think about it, stuff like Mage and Druid, they have a hero power that does 1 damage to board. So like that affects creatures by 1 unit of health, as it were. Whereas Anduin and Valera both have hero powers, which a single hit of their hero power affects the board to the tune of 2 points of health.
No, wait, no, Valera does. Oh, is it a 2? I thought it was a 1 health.
Well, wait.
I thought
she gets a 1/2 dagger, but because she gets 2 hits for the 2 mana you spend, you're getting 2 points of damage onto the board. So yeah, you've got to think about it. Like for the mana you're spending, how much how much creature health is that affecting? So yeah, you probably don't want to take Garrosh. So Rogue is actually spectacularly good at Arena, but loads of people underrate it. If you actually look at the stats on Rogue, Rogue does really well. I think part of that is because a lot of people are quite intimidated by Rogue in Arena and don't choose it. But I think it's also because probably the people who do choose Rogue are the people who know how good Rogue is and think, man, I can abuse this. However, because I know that most of what you've already played is Priest, I would advise you to go with Priest. He is a very respectable class. He doesn't have bad things. But also, like, playing Rogue is just, it's a bit weird. I don't think it's a good example of what your arena experience is. But okay, so here's how I choose what I do my arena on. And that's if I have any win 5 games with X class or X class. Because I've normally got I've got a couple of classes which I'll have interesting laddering decks with at the moment. Like at the minute, my 2 laddering decks are Reno Mage and Tiny Horse Warlock, which is of course Dreadsteeds. I always play weird decks. That's something to get back to later. Along the road, you should practice arenaing with every class because it's interesting. It's a different challenge every time. Like, for instance, I'm telling you that Warrior is bad, but my last arena one was with Warrior, and I drafted a pretty shitty deck, but got to 8 wins, largely because I got lucky, I feel, but I don't know. But it's Hearthstone, a massive
RNG.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, look.
Wait, so I'm looking at my total arena wins. I'm just going to pull out my calculator. My total arena wins is 1,443.
That's quite a few. That's a couple. 1,443.
Yes.
I've played arena a total of twice.
Yeah,
and I've won a total of 5.
You must have played 3 times. You must have played 3 times because yeah.
No, I think I've got 3 wins, and then everything else is a failure.
Is that off 1 arena run?
No, that's off 2 arena runs.
Suddenly taking a breath, sucking the teeth. That's fine. We can work on that. It's not.
The first one was free, and I did it just after I'd filled out a basic deck. And
so you didn't know what the hell was going on.
I'm just like, hey, I'll have stronger cards for this. Maybe I'll have a better chance of losing very quickly.
I mean, but the question is, did you have fun? Because that's all that actually matters.
I got very scared.
Oh, really? It was like the pressure too much. Suddenly it's like, oh my God, a limited resource on the line.
Yeah, I was just like, oh my God, there's all these cards which I don't know anything about. What do I do? Do I just pick the ones that are strongest? No, that's a terrible idea.
Well, I mean, define strongest.
Yeah. when you know very little about the game and you've been playing for all of 3-4 hours, strongest is what has the most hit points. Yeah,
which is the fattest fellow. Rock on. Okay, but yeah, right. So I mean, back to the matter in hand. I'd say as you're just played, how much more priest have you played than any other class? Would you estimate?
I think my priest is level 44. Everything else is 20 or below.
Okay, let's do a priest then. Maybe you'll get to play with some priest cards you don't normally get to. And
I've never noticed he has sideburns before.
Are they that big? Are those actually sideburns?
No, that's definitely sideburn. I don't know if you can see my mouse.
That's roaming into the region of mutton chop. If we're going
oh, yeah, no, yeah.
A sideburn, I'll give it actually, I guess, where is the boundary between sideburn and mutton chop? I don't know.
You know, I haven't looked into it that deeply, despite my profession.
So first choice here.
Now, my personal choice, I gravitate towards Holy Fire here. Out of these choices, I don't particularly see Bomb Lobber as being that great, and Kiz and Mystic doesn't have much in the way of health, and I don't know if I'm going to come across that many secrets.
Yeah, I'd say
because it's not like
Keza Mystic is way too situational for an arena run. Like I probably wouldn't go for that. Okay, I am gonna say that the card I would go for here is Bomb Lobber. So, Holy Fire is great. You deal 5 damage and restore 5 health. The restore 5 health part of it is not that much of a factor. Like, you don't worry about your health too much in Arena. Like, you're all just about board control. So, I mean, the problem with Holy Fire, though, is it's 5 damage, which is great, but god damn, it's slow. Like, it doesn't cut it. Bomb Lobber, on the other hand, is just such a control card. Like, there was a kind of period, like, God knows how long ago, where, like, control warriors were, like, throwing in a couple of Bomb Lobbers just because it, like, made the control of the middle game just so grotesque. I mean,
so potentially, like, 4 damage is a respectable killer minion.
Yeah, exactly. Like in Arena, basically all you're going for is if you can 2-1 with your cards, then you're going to win.
Okay, so let's pick that Bomb Lobber.
Yeah, and also, like, okay, another just like general principle of a way of thinking about it. I'm not sure how useful this is, but okay, so let's say Holy Fire, you're dealing 5 damage to the board, right? With Bomb Lobber, you're dealing 4 damage to the board. Then you've got a body which is going to deal 3 damage to the board. So, I mean, this isn't a good representation of what it actually is, but in a sense, Holy Fire is like affecting the board by 5 for 6 mana, and Bomb Lobber is affecting the board by 7 for 5 mana. So, yeah, just Bomb Lobber's, I think, very solid.
Bomb Lobber it is.
Wow.
Yeah.
This sucks.
Even I know this sucks.
Yeah, so...
Okay, so is there a potential that Wind Fury Harpy... No, even with heals, I was wondering if maybe because I can heal it, that's actually an okay-ish choice. Young Dragonhawk just seems like a terrible choice.
Yeah, for you and especially, it's just awful. Weirdly enough, like when you're playing Rogue, you don't actually mind some 1-drops because you're going like super facey. But the way that you end up playing Arena with Priest is you're going for value. You're going to try and use your hero power to take out minions with your minions and heal up your minions so that like you get an extra, you get a 2-1. In this case, Young Dragonhawk, unless you were going to enchant it, it's just 1 damage for a card, which is like, it's awful. Circle of Healing could be situationally useful. Like if you can, like if you like land an Orcanide, then Circle could be all right. But I think I'd probably end up taking Wind Fury Harpy just on virtue of the fact that, okay, so
essentially that can be like 8 damage per turn to the face.
Yes, but you're not going to want to do it to the face. You're going to want to clear out his creatures, unless you're rushing right near the end. But in general, like the way to think about your Arena run is you're all about board control. Like you need the situation to be like, so like I've got really good odds on him. I'm actually dying straight off if I start attacking now. But in general, it's all about board control.
Okay.
I mean, okay, so Wind Fury Harpy is likely to be a dead card at the beginning. You're not going to want to play it. But if you get into late game, like you're top decking, it's not bad.
Let's take the Harpy.
Well,
then.
no, it is bad. But
it's terrible, but it's the best of the options that we
exactly. This is, in fact, one of the things that pains me about doing arenas, that you're like, oh, I'm drawing ass. Okay, I'm intrigued. Tell me with your Elf Eyes, Legolas, like, how do you feel about these cards?
So I feel like the Wormrest Agent is going to be useless because I'm not likely to get a Dragon card.
Yeah. And a 1/4 for 2 is...
I feel like the Master Spell is probably going to hurt me more than help me, simply because I'm likely to want to have those effects, especially if I get any...
But it's only enemy minions.
Oh, it's enemy minions. Okay, yeah. That might not be so bad, actually. Depending on... I don't know what might come up, though. Kind of Madness seems like the best pick to me, simply because if people are trying to drop as much onto the board as possible, just taking a bit more board control is probably the best option.
I would entirely agree with you. I think Shadow Madness is sexy as fuck. One thing you see in arena runs is like your 2-mana cards are really big. Like you want a lot of 2-mana cards in your arena deck because you want that early control. And 2-mana cards generally will be grabbed by Shadow Madness. And if you can 2 for 1, then like, okay, Shadow Madness is one of those cards where it's a turnaround card. Like if you can play that, use one of their minions to take out one of the running other minions, you just flip the board in an instant and you could do really well. So yeah, I reckon Shadow Madness is where it's at.
Not a great set.
Again, no. Okay, so yeah, I mean, what do you feel about these ones?
I feel like Frigid Snowball is not going to be any help to me at all.
Yeah, not much direct damage in Priest. Well, there is, but you probably don't want to take it. Like,
no, like you're not going to end up with that. I mean, unless I end up with a Holy Nova and the Frigid at the same time on the board.
On turn 9, so you can play them both. Yeah.
Yeah. It's not
at
really
the time, it's like, 2/6 in terms of stats is a bit awkward. Like
3/5 is better.
Yes, it is. Turns out.
Spectral Knight, I suppose, isn't awful, except I can't heal it. So essentially, for me, I lose a lot of control.
You lose a big kind of kicker of what you can do.
Potentially Novice Engineers, just because I get another card.
Yeah, cantrips like that aren't bad. You see, I'm up in the air about this one. Yeah, cantrip. That's a magic term. A cantrip is where you like, I think that's what it was called in Magic. God knows. But like a cantrip in general is just a really small spell. It's like a nothing spell.
Okay.
And I think what it referred to in Magic was you played a like cheap spell that did a little bit of an effect, but then you drew a card. So it was just like, you weren't like burning any of your card resource. You're just like using a little bit of mana or whatever just to make a thing happen. And yeah. Yeah, I'd probably be tempted to go for Novice. Just because, well, I mean, Spectral Knight could be great. It's a great card, but it is just, it's a pain in the ass in Priest because you can't. But mind you,
then again, it also means that they can't target you. The only other thing that I'd say at this stage is
targeting spells anyway.
No, but with their hero power potentially.
Yeah, maybe. But how much effect does that really have on the board?
I don't know.
I'd go with Novice just because I think Novice Engineers are great in Arena because you get something early and then, Okay.
We're getting... Okay, I'm going to say the Jeweled Scarab is probably the best pick here because it gives me a 3-cost card. It gets nothing on the board, but it's something. Guarantees me a 3-cost card, and I just don't think... Like, at 3 health, you're not going to be able to use that in Rage. And Circle of Healing, we've already said, is probably a dead card.
So, I wouldn't go for Circle of Healing. I think it's a lot more close between Armani and Jeweled Scarab than you think.
Okay.
Like, Armani can be, 2 3s and 3 2s. You want to have a good number of those in Arena. But Jeweled Scarab, just the value, and Priest has a load of really solid 3-cost cards. I think I'd go for Jeweled Scarab.
Okay, just to explain that, earlier you explained to me that when you use one of these those cards where you discover a card, you're more likely to get a card of your own class.
Yes, you're more likely to get class cards than non-class cards. I'm not sure what the factor that you're more likely to get them is by. I read it and then I forgot it. But yeah. I mean, if you were going super, running the numbers to become the best player ever, then you'd know what your odds were, but I can't be bothered. And class cards are better, but then there's some great 3-cost cards as well. And what I love about the Discover cards is you can choose what you discover depending on what state the game is in. And that's really nice. Also, in Arena, it's a early card, which also gets you a lot of value. You can play it on turn 2 and it's not something terrible.
For turn 3.
No, I mean, you can play it on turn 2 and it's not terrible. But also, like, say if you're both top decking, like, after turn 10, if Jeweled Scarab turns up, you're not just going to be like, well, fuck. Because, I mean, like, for 5 mana, you're talking like a Jeweled Scarab and another thing, whatever that might be, which is pretty cool. So yeah, I'd go Scarab.
The Scarab.
I'd be interested to know, like, how my picks line up to the picks of those programs which, you know, tell you what you should be doing and stuff.
It'd be interesting. Yeah, no, you were explaining about it earlier.
See if they agree. Okay, so,
Do you go for another Jeweled Scarab? That doesn't seem great. The Brewmaster doesn't seem great, but it seems better than the Blackburn Corruptor.
5/4 for 4 mana is not bad stats.
But also, imagine if you could pick up your Jeweled Scarab.
Yes, because I mean, I'm looking at the creatures that you have right now. So you have 5 cards in your deck currently. One is the Wind Fury Harpy, but we don't talk about her. The other 3 are big Battlecry minions. So
let's pick up the Brewmaster.
I mean, to put the kind of caveat in here, this is not to say that like you're going to get lots of other good Battlecry minions.
That's a good point.
But I think Brewmaster is acceptable. I think 5/4 for 4 is great, and I think if you end up picking up some other stuff, that's often not terrible.
Okay.
So yeah, I think Brewmaster is a respectable pick. But I mean, we're going to want more 2-drops at some point, but we want some other stuff. Okay.
So at this stage, I'd say possibly the Shrinkmeister, simply because it means that I could potentially keep a minion alive on the board when I drop it down.
Yes, the early trade thing you can do with Shrinkmeister can be really nice. The Boulderfist Ogre, though, he's just such a meaty bastard.
How often do you get to play him?
You'd be surprised, like, if you get a decent early... Yeah, go with the Shrinkmeister. I think his ability is great. If you can use that 2-for-1 with another minion, that is just so solid. And who knows, maybe we'll get like a Cabal Shadow Priest to like do it with later.
Fair enough.
Yes.
Well, I feel like the tournament attendee is worthless.
He's not.
He's not worthless?
No, I mean, I'm not sure he's right for this deck, but say in a rogue arena, tournament attendee is solid, really fucking solid, because taking board control early is massive. Now, for tournament attendee to work, I'd probably only take him in a deck which had a hero power that dealt 1 damage. Because say you turn 1 tournament attendee, they turn 1 play something with 3 health, which isn't ridiculous.
And like, then you can poke them so that they would 2-for-1.
Exactly. But if you don't have that, if you play tournament attendee and they play, they coin out whatever, but it has 3 health, at that point you look really dumb and you feel a bit bad about your life decisions.
So is there a good option here? Is the Snapjaw simply because you can potentially trade for, if they've got like multiple things on the board, you can just keep it on for ages and just knock them down? Or is the Taunt better just to keep them away from your face?
I would go with the Fen Creeper. I think 2 attack is just
too little.
So bad. Yeah, okay, so I'm not like I haven't kept up on like
pick this now and then we can explain.
Okay, sure. I mean, well, no, don't hit it yet. Okay, we've hit it. Doesn't matter. Okay, so here's the thing about like the difference between 2 and 3 attack, like how it trades with a Yeti, which is like your 4/5 creature. That's like your generic arena creature, and yeah, essentially, the Fen Creeper trades with a Yeti, and the other thing doesn't. So yeah.
Fair enough.
Oh god, what have we got here? Well,
Stone Skin, Gargoyle, Corehound, and Fossilized Devilsaur. I feel like the Devilsaur is useless because I don't have any beasts. No, the Fen Creeper isn't a beast. I feel like the Corehound is okay, but it's a lot of damage on the board, but it goes down reasonably easily. I I feel like the Stone Skin Gargoyle may synergize well if you get a Nausea Cleric. Because if you have both of them on the board, you're getting, at the beginning of your turn, you're getting a heal and 2 cards. But aside from that, I suppose, the nice thing about the Stone Skin Gargoyle is you can just peck away at things' health. That's the only thing I can think of as a redeeming theme.
That would be nice with Stone Skin Gargoyles. What I found in practice is what happens to your Stone Skin Gargoyle is it dies and it's dealt 1 damage to something. You're like, Because, okay, so look when it heals, it's at the start of your turn, right? So that means that, okay, it's your turn and you've got your gargoyle out. If you want to hit one of their minions for 1 damage, which is pretty pathetic, then it doesn't heal at the end of your turn. You see what I mean? If you hit something and then you healed, then that would be better than the fact that you heal at the beginning of your turn, which is after their attacks. So my experience with Stone Skin Gargoyles is that
if they haven't killed it would heal, and that's it.
Yeah. On paper, Stone Skin Gargoyles aren't that bad. What I've found in practice is that they're absolutely just horrifically terrible. Okay,
so in that case, the Fossilized Devil Saw, I kind of feel like having 5 health is just...
Yeah, no, you're totally right about the Core Hound. The 5 health on Core Hound makes it god-awful, essentially. You're never going to get to attack with it. I mean, okay, sometimes you do, but honestly, just not that great. So the thing about Devil Saw is, if you get a taunt on it, great. If not, it's a meaty 8/8, which is going to either hit them for a lot or be all right. I mean, again, this is a choice of bad decisions, but I would say the Devil Saw is better than the Wind Fury Harpy in your deck.
Fair enough.
Wait a second. I'm not sure if this is going to get picked up, but can you hear my cat nuzzling the microphone?
No, I cannot.
She's doing that thing of some cats like to boop stuff and rub their heads against it. She's rocking the boop.
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 Okay, so here I'm thinking the Shadow Boxer is going to be the best for the money.
Yes, I would agree with the Shadow Boxer.
I don't have any spells.
You've got 1?
Oh, I've got Shadow Madness. Yes, but
yeah.
I mean, 4 for 3/5 is not horrible, right?
No. Violet Teacher is a great arena card. It's just Shadow Boxer is better. Now, do you know how many secrets the priest has?
I'm going to guess none.
Yes, correct. You picked up on the trick question. Oh man, I should have asked, do you know how many good secrets the priest has? Suggesting, that there were secrets, but you had to, no, that would be too divisive. I think stacking out your two slots is really important. And you don't actually have anything in the way of, you've got the Shrinkmeister, he's a 2-mana power play, but your Novice Engineer and Jeweled Scarabs are kind of...
they're draw cards.
Yeah, I mean, they're good, don't get me wrong, they're really useful, it turns out. But, oh god, this cat.
Okay,
sorry.
Does it? Okay, here's a question.
Yes.
If I heal my Shadow Boxer when it's on full health, does it still proc the 1 damage?
No, because it's not healed.
Okay.
Although, I'm pretty sure that's the case, but now that you're asking me, I'm like, but I'm only 99% sure. What if I'm wrong and I appear like a dumbass? I'm pretty sure that won't work.
Okay, I'm going to pick the Shadow Boxer.
I think they actually have to be healed, but yeah.
They have to gain health.
Yes, I believe that is the kicker.
I don't feel like Raid Leader's really going to help me.
Raid Leader is bad. Okay, look, here's a way to think about Raid Leader, and this kind of tells you something about what is bad about Raid Leader. So there is what's the wolf called? Direwolf Alpha?
Yes.
The 2/2 that gives +1 attack to the creatures on either side of it?
Yes.
Okay, for Raid Leader to be better than Direwolf Alpha,
you have to have 4 minions on the board.
You have to have 3 minions on the board.
Plus, including the Raid Leader.
Yes. And that's a big ask. Paying 3 mana for 2/2 of stats is janky as hell. And unless you have a load of minions, you're not going to get that much of an advantage for it. So, yeah.
I'm going to guess the Museum Curator is the best option here because it'll give you a Death Rattle card, which is likely to be good.
Yep.
And we've already got a Novice Engineer. It has 2 mana.
2 health.
2 health, which is better than 1 health.
Yeah.
There's,
yeah.
It's just a better card.
I'd just go Museum Creator. I think he's one of the new very powerful cards. I think he's solid as.
Okie doke. Now, I'm not likely to have that many creatures on the board, so I'm going to say the Frostwolf Warlord is not going to be that helpful.
Well, okay. So, here's the thing about Frostwolf Warlord. 5 mana for a 5/5 isn't that bad. So, if you just have one other creature, Frostwolf Warlord is not shit. That's kind of respectable.
Okie doke.
I mean, think about it like this, right? For Ogre Magi, you're getting 4/4 for 4. And if you have one creature on the board for the Frostwolf, you're getting 5/5 for 5. Which, it's all right. But, I mean, what Frostwolf is in danger of being in Arena is a win more card. And what I mean by a win more card for our dear viewers is the idea that if you're already in a strong position, it makes your strong position stronger. But if you're not in a strong position, it doesn't look great.
I think it'd be safe to assume I'm not going to be in a strong position.
Why? Well, you might. I mean, so far you've got a lot of 2s. A lot of them are kind of cantrippy 2s, just leading into later cards. But I like that. I think that's quite good. So, I mean, your 4 and 5 slots, you have the same amount of cards in each. So that's not much of a thing. This is a tough one. Like, again, I don't think Ogre Magi is great in your deck. Like, for 4 mana, you want a 4/5. Like, the Chillwind Yeti. Oh, he's just a solid Arena card. Especially for Priest, where you can heal stuff up. I mean, for my money, it'd be Frostwolf or Fen Creeper. I don't think either of them are stellar.
My natural thing is to go for with the higher health, which I can probably keep alive for longer.
Yeah, the thing about Fen Creeper is he's expensive. But I think he might be the best choice. I mean, as Priest, you can just, like, heal him up and stuff. So maybe, go with Fen Creeper. I think...
Also, if they've got loads of cheap minions on the board, which I'm going to assume most people are...
Well, here's the thing, though. Like, I mean, you're going to be trading up, so you have to think, is Fen Creeper going to trade reasonably against other 5-cost creatures? And actually, the truth is, he doesn't do so bad because he's got Taunt and he's got that 6 health. There's not much with 6 attack, so he'll only take 2 knocks to bring him down. Yeah, screw it. Go with the Fen Creeper. He's not a great minion, but I think he's better than the others in this case.
Okie doke. Well, I think the Lights Champion... 4/3 for 3 isn't horrible.
It's respectable.
Yeah. I mean, it only silences demons, but that's still not horrible.
Yeah, like a 4/3 for 3, like, you'd like it to do something else, but it's a legit choice. It's not so bad.
I'm not a fan of the Mad Bomber, simply because it can hit yourself in the face.
It can. Although, I mean, what Mad Bomber's good at is, say, if your opponent has some gribbly creatures, like a lot of them, it means because he's equally likely to hit any target, he's much more likely to hit your opponent's creatures.
Okay, I see how that works.
So he can be a kind of get back into it card.
Okay. Injured Cavaldir doesn't seem horrible. I know that you start with a 2/1, but with a Priest...
Yeah, no, you could feasibly heal him up. Like, you could turn 1 Injured Cavaldir, turn 2 heal him up, and you've got a 2/3 on turn 3, which isn't terrible. I
mean, I know it's... 1 for a 2/4 I feel isn't horrible, and 1 for a 2/1...
1 for a 2/4 is amazing, but this isn't 1 for a 2/4. This is 1 for a 2/1.
2/1 with a built-in buff.
You see,
am I just better off with a Light Champion simply because it has a meteor attack?
My thought about the Lights Champion is you don't have anything in the 3 slot yet. That's like, I think it'd be much more of a debate if you had other 3 slots, but like we're almost at the halfway point and you don't have any 3 slots, and like a 4/3 body isn't terrible.
Okay, let's throw in the Lights champion then.
Yeah, let's rock on. I mean, you're never going to get his battle cry. He's just a 4/3, so...
I can't have any more Fen Creepers, can I?
You can. In Arena, you can stack as many as you like. There have famously been decks where someone's got like 8 Flame Strikes or whatever.
Oh, God.
By the way, Flame Strikes are just the card in Arena.
Oh, God.
Yes.
Yeah. So, hang on, wait. I genuinely have no idea here. I don't have any 1-mana cards yet, but I don't particularly feel like Argent Squire is going to help me out much.
No, I don't think it's really good enough for what you want.
Acidic Swamp Ooze? Meh.
It's a 3/2 for 2. In Arena, a 3/2 is solid, and the fact that it can kill a weapon is really nice.
So do we go for the Swamp Ooze?
Yeah, I mean, if you can take out half of a True Silver, then that's amazing. So I'd go with the Swamp Ooze. I think that's a solid
Does
pick.
he have a mustache?
I think it's the whole gelatinous blob thing from, your D&D. I don't think he's got a mustache. I think he's an amorphous ooze.
Okay, it looks like the mustache is going to darken. Whatever.
There's something going on there.
Something going on.
I don't really know what, though, honestly.
Okay, Dalaran Mage, I'm going to say, is going to be rubbish.
Yes, he is rubbish. He sucks ass in hell.
So I don't think 1/2 for 2 is going to help me that much, even though I suppose it does summon 2 1/1 Spectral Spiders.
It could be argued that the Haunted Creeper is a 3/4 for 2.
I suppose.
I mean, it's a bit of a stretch, I'll give you, but yeah, I mean, okay, so your options here are Haunted Creeper or Toad, right? I mean,
yeah.
I've not actually, because Toad's a new card, I've not actually ever played it in Arena, but I mean, it's good. Look at it. Deal 1 damage to random energy. Again, if you had a prod on top of that, I'd like it more. I wonder how much leverage you're actually going to get for that 1 damage.
A prod?
Oh, yeah, a prod. So prod is a term from Magic the Gathering. That is dealing 1 damage to something. And it comes from a class blue card called Prodigal Sorcerer, which was like I think 1 blue mana and 2 neutral. And what it was a 1/1 that you could tap to deal 1 damage to anything. So because it was a Prodigal Sorcerer and it's kind of like a little 1 damage poke, it was called a prod. Yeah.
Fair enough.
I don't know between Haunted Creeper and Huge Toad. I think they're both good. I'd be
tempted to go for the Huge Toad simply because having 3. So the thing is, theoretically, this could trade. If you got 2 cards on the board, I have the Huge Toad. They put down a 4/4. This can take down a 4/4 if they're the only 2 cards on the board.
Well, yes, but I mean, there's also arguments for the Haunted Creeper not dying and stuff. But I think Huge Toad is a fine choice here. I think let's play it. I've not played one in Arena. It's exciting. I always thought the Huge Toad was eating a cigar. He's not.
Okay, I'm going to guess you're going to want the piloted Shredder here.
I think these are all good, actually. I don't know. Like, Holy Smite is great insofar as, well, I mean, it's just pure control, and it's very nice at that as well. Piloted Shredder is amazing, but then again, Thought Steal is also amazing. That's a really tough call.
In terms of mana distribution, we're lacking in 3 still, and we have no 1s. What do we have 4s?
We've only got 2 4s and 1 3. Like, I'd be tempted to go for the Shredder. I just think Shredder's such a solid creature, but then Thought Steal is like its value, and arenas are value. I think I'd go Shredder. I think Shredder's just too powerful. I think it's just so good. Ooh, now this is an interesting one. Let me just move my cat a moment. She's like whapping her tail towards the keyboard. And I'm like, if you stop this Goldwave recording, I'm going to be pissed with you, Kitty. No lie. She's bitter. I'm not giving enough attention. Okay, so 3 drops. This is good. We need 3 drops, right?
Yes.
This is important.
Now, I feel like I'm quite minion-y at the moment, so I'm kind of tempted to take the Velen's Chosen simply because 4 health, it's essentially a 2-4 minion with a minion you've already got on the board.
Valen's Chosen can be amazing. Yeah, I mean, you've got enough 2 drops to back it up. The danger is if, like, it keeps trading out and you don't get to play the damn thing. That's sad. Ogre Brute is awesome, by the way, but then the whole attacking the wrong thing. Yeah, Valen's Chosen. It's a great card. You've got lots of little stuff to stack it on.
I suppose the thing about the Ogre Brute is if they're only keeping 1 minion on the board per turn, you're always doing 4/4.
What?
As in, like, if they've only got 1 minion on the board, there's only one thing it can attack, right?
Yes.
So...
Oh, no. You count... The face counts as enemy too. So, like, here's the problem with Ogre Brute. You're like, oh, he's got this creature that I really need to clear. I'll attack with the Ogre Brute. Nope. Hit him in the face. Damn.
Oh, God.
And when you hit him in the face, it's really fucking awkward because it's like you're not controlling board. Oh, God, Cat, no. Don't stead on that. Okay, I'm just going to have to wrangle this beast. Yeah, sorry. Just... Oh, why are you so wriggly? Let me use them... Okay, I've got a plan. Okay, I have moved the chair down so I can now cradle the cat. I have angled the mic. Stop wriggling, you little bastard. Just be hugged. Accept it. Okay, we're good. We're good. I think the cat is happy.
Okay, Doug.
We're at the mercy of our feline overlords. Jungle Panther's great, but it'll 1-for-1 at best because, you know... Yeah, I think Valen's is great. I think Valen's is just a very solid card in general.
Okay, so we've got a lot of cards in there.
Cantrip draw stuff.
Yeah. So I'm kind
That's not a bad thing.
That's true. I just kind of feel like that means, like, potentially in the beginning, in the early game, I'm not going to be able to keep a minion on the board.
Maybe. It's a distinct possibility.
The thing is, I don't think I've got anything which has... Let's see, have we got anything with 3 health? Oh, I've got the Shadow Boxer. And that's it.
One doesn't count.
Yeah, I got the Shadow Boxer and that's it.
Yeah, so I mean the question is, like, is your Shattered Sun Cleric just going to be like, well, you've got no one to buff. Damn it.
Yeah.
The ability to whack a +1/+1 onto someone is really nice though, because it means you can pull like unexpected trades out the bag. Oh, but then Spellbreak is kind of pretty good too. This is again a really tough call. I'd say due to our lack of 3 drops, maybe the Shattered Sun isn't so bad, but then
it's a 3/2 for 3, whereas...
Well, right, here's the way you think about it. It's a 4/3 for 3.
Well, only if you've got a minion on the board.
Yes. And I guess here's the question of, what are the odds of you, like, not having one? I mean, you've got a good stack of 2 drops, which is nice. But are those 2 drops going to trade effectively? Depends. No. I generally don't like Shattered Sun Clerics that much. I find them a bit janky. You don't have any silence in your deck, and you're looking good for 2s, and you're looking good for cycle. So maybe go for a Spellbreaker.
Cool. I like the Spellbreaker.
Yeah, Spellbreaker, like, having some silence is great. Like, that can win you games in any number of ways.
As a priest with lots of taunts in my... I hate getting silence, so I'm going to take that Spellbreaker happily.
Sure.
Okay, Wormrest Agent is going to be useless, as is Secret Keeper.
Yep.
So Demolisher is... Oh, wow, that's actually quite solid, isn't it?
It's a 3-drop. It's a 3-drop, and it can take out a 3/2. So Demolisher can be amazing.
Yeah, no, I'm taking that Demolisher.
Well, I mean, it's not amazing, but it's better than your other options, is what I'm saying.
Fair enough.
Yep. Ooh. Now. That's a tough call.
What is it a tough call between for you?
No, what is a tough call between for you? Let's hear your opinion.
So I was thinking Deathlord, 3 mana, 8 health. early game just kind of for control, surely that's brilliant. Especially given that I'm playing priest and I can heal him up.
Yes.
But
the whole picking an opponent's minion out of their deck and putting it onto the battlefield
is horrific.
Yes.
Oh no, I'm aware of that.
Right. If you don't 2-for-1 with your Deathlord, you have not got value with your Deathlord. And it's not just that you have to 2-for-1, you have to do it in a way which doesn't just give him this crazy mana advantage in pulling something out. Would you
go for the pint-sized summoner so that...
That's the thing, the pint-sized summoner is a bit shit. I guess I might go for Deathlord and accept that it might kick me in the ass one time.
It's probably going to kick me in the ass. Well, I suppose only having one of them in your deck isn't so bad.
Maybe he won't turn up and you don't have to face that decision of... But, okay, here's the other thing about Deathlord. Often, you just end up getting into top deck battles, and you can't play a Deathlord in top deck battles.
Because he just dies.
He dies, and then you've just given him an extra card in the top deck battle. It's hideous. But then, okay... Master Spell is a really fucking slow cantrip and you don't want it. I guess Pint-Sized Summoner is what I'd go for.
Okay.
I mean, Deathlord could be amazing against an aggro deck. And like it's Arena, people will try and put together aggro decks. But Deathlord just might suck ass in hell.
Okay.
But I honestly don't know on this one.
How do you feel that this arena run is going to go at the moment?
I don't think your deck's terrible. I think you've got a solid early game, and that's really, really important. Pint-Sized Summoner is like, if they can't answer it, in fact, fuck it, go Pint-Sized Summoner. It can be great. Okay.
So we do have the Dragonkin Sorcerer. 4 for 3/5. I suppose the Silver Knight hand 5 for a 4/4 and a 2/2 isn't horrible. I don't have any pirates, so the ship's cannon seems useless to me.
I mean, the ship's cannon isn't useless. A 2/3 is always all right, but I think you're doing all right on 2s now. You've got like...
I've got a couple.
How many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. You got 8. It's a little bit deceiving because a lot of them are cantrips. Well, in fact, only 2 of them are. Yeah, okay, I think we're kind of good for 2s. I think you've only got 1 enchantment in your deck, so I don't think the Dragonkin Sorcerer really cuts it. And at this point, I'd like to see some more meat in your deck.
So much vegetables, we need some more meat.
Yeah, I think Silverhand Knight is, you're getting 6/6 for hello. Well, I mean, we should hear your opinion on this first.
So I'm going to... Nosdormu sounds hilarious.
Yes, Nosdormu is fun to play.
But I'm going to guess, one, I'm not going to get to play it, and also actually doesn't add that much utility.
You might get to play it, but yeah, it's basically an 8/8 for 9, which is arguably worse than your fossilized Devilsaur.
I'd want to take the Sylvanas simply because, again, it means that I can take one of their minions off the board, especially like if I can trade. Like, you can potentially trade 2 for 1 with Sylvanas. Very easily. Yes,
oh god, take Sylvanas. Like, for me, this is just like such a no-brainer. Mogor can be okay, but oh my god, fucking Sylvanas. Sylvanas.
Okay. I'm not going to have any weapons.
Yep.
So the Dread Corsair seems useless, especially 4 for 3/3.
Yep.
I've already got a Museum Curator, but I don't particularly feel... How good is the Booty Bay Bodyguard?
Let me explain how good the Booty Bay Bodyguard is. In the Grand Tournament, they brought out another card, which is a 5/4 taunt for 4, called the Evil Heckler. The Evil Heckler does not see play.
So it's really good. I was being sarcastic.
Oh, good. Excellent.
So we're going to go for another Museum Curator then.
I just don't see the museum curator as bad. I think he's amazing. If I could stack 4 of them in here, I'd be like,
You'd go for
I
it.
don't think that's a bad thing.
Here's on a game +1 attack. Interesting. I'm going to guess Shadow Word Death simply because it actually provides you with lots of control, especially in the late game.
So, right, before we answer it, I'd just like to have a quick side note about Undertaker, which you probably won't encounter. You won't know this about Undertaker. There was a time when Undertaker was probably the most defining card in the game.
Cool.
And you're thinking, but why? Well, let me explain. Like, the Undertaker got nerfed because the Undertaker used to be exactly how he is now, except he'd get +1 attack and +1 defense.
Oh, goodness.
Yes. Wait, was he a 1-1? No, I think he was a 1-2 all along and he just got the buffs. Yeah, he was crazy. Like, Death Rattle Face Hunter was just everywhere. Like, it was just like, oh Christ, why are we doing this again? This is hideous. Lightspawn, it turns out he's a 5/5/4, which is great for hitting above his weight.
Except as soon as he takes 1 damage, he's a 4/4/4.
Yes. And what happens is they like the fact that his attack diminishes as he takes damage, it turns out it really sucks. And like if he gets silenced, you're just like, oh God, what's happening with my life? But no, Shadow Word Death, yes, amazing card.
No,
it just gives you that out.
Just die? Or does he just get no attack?
He just gets no attack. If he gets silenced, he's in 0-5.
Shadow Word Death then.
Yeah, I reckon so. Oh God, no cat. Don't stand on the... let me just... Okay. I'm just going to... Okay. We have the cat.
It really wants me to have a circle of healing in my deck.
Yeah, it's not on your side, turns out.
No.
This is ugly.
Do I just click one at random and hope it goes away?
I'd go for Murloc Raider.
Okay.
If you get the Murloc Raider... wait, maybe Circle of Healing could... it doesn't matter now. Yeah, it doesn't matter now.
It's too late. Okay, do we go for the Thought Steal here?
I
suppose
maybe.
4 for a 4/5 isn't bad.
Yeti's a very solid card, but then Thought Steal is like... It's just... Like, Thought Steal, it instantly 2 for 1s, but it's slow, is a way to think about it.
You said a lot of words there.
Okay, so... excuse me a second. Okay, the idea of 2 for 1ing with your cards, it's like, if you're just in a value battle, which a lot of Arena is just a value battle, then what you want is for your cards, if like one of your cards takes out 2 of his cards, you 2 for 1, then, well, as you can imagine, if you continually do that, he's going to run out of cards and you're going to have cards. Right?
Yes.
Okay, so in a sense, Thought Steal, you spend one of your cards to gain 2 cards. So,
which
in fact,
seems pretty good.
It's not like 2 for 1ing at all, but it's good. And yeah, go on, grab a Thought Steal. Like, Yeti's amazing, but
Thought Steal.
It's fun. It's also really fun.
So I don't want the Explosive Sheep because I've got a fair amount of 2 health minions.
Yeah. Again, like if you were like a mage, right? For mage, Explosive Sheep is amazing.
Okie doke.
Can you tell me why?
No.
Okay. Here's the reason Explosive Sheep is amazing for mage. Mage can ping their own sheep.
Oh, so you can... It's essentially an AoE.
Yes. Now, the problem with Priest is it's still an AoE, but you don't have the control over when it goes off. So it can be a bit janky and awkward.
I'm going to guess Murloc Tidehunter. I suppose the nice thing about Wolf Rider is theoretically if they put down a 4/3, you can just throw this in and
I'd
ride
be
into
tempted
battle.
to go for Wolf Rider in this case. Like, okay, so, you know the new mage card, Forgotten Torch?
Oh yes, it does 3 damage and then puts a roaring torch into your deck, which
but
does
it's like
6
3
damage.
for 3 mana for 3 damage. Just plain removal.
Exactly the same.
Yeah, except you don't get this like hidden torch in your deck. But and it can't get through taunt. But I think having a Wolf Rider just as removal isn't a bad thing. And Murloc Tidehunter, you're kind of stacked for 2s. Yeah. Like it'll help you get through that awkward turn 3 mana thing. So yeah, let's get Wolf Rider. Okay. What do you reckon?
Doke. I don't have. I'm kind of tempted to go for another Spellbreaker. But 7 for a 7/7 is actually.
Which do you think is the worst
meaty.
here?
I'm gonna say that Mind Blast isn't gonna help. Is probably like it doesn't give me any board control.
Correct. Sorry, you were gonna say something else too.
No, I mean like if you get it and they've got a whole bunch of taunt minions up and.
They just happen to be on 5 health.
Yeah, they have. It's fantastic.
It's not going to happen, is it?
It seems unlikely. Well, I say that. I have been in a couple of situations where I've really wanted a Mind Blast.
No, it'll happen, but
it's very situational.
Yeah,
it's not every game. I suppose I just don't have loads of meat, so potentially the War Golem.
I think I'd go for the Golem.
Okay,
just because.
Meat.
Like, what are our big-ass threats here? We've got Sylvanas, Devilsaur, that's it. Like, if we go into late game, which, like, your early game's looking actually pretty strong right now. Yeah, I'd go Golem just for some meat. Also, Spellbreaker is situational. You can't play it all the time. What are your thoughts here?
They're all gonna die. The only thing is that theoretically with Cult Master is you could throw it down and throw all your cheap cards into theirs and get a bigger hand.
Yes. Like, okay, Bloodthorn Raptor is just a 3/2. It slightly synergizes with your Fossilized Devilsaur, but fuck that.
No, wait, how does it synergize? Oh, it's a beast.
Exactly. Yes. If you could save your Bloodfen Raptor till turn 10 and play it with your Fossilized... No, let's not do that. That's
seems like quite the length to go to.
It's just too far-fetched. Your 2/1 isn't good enough. So, like, here's the thing with your Cult Master. Its stats can trade out. If you can play your Cult Master and trade in one of your creatures, so effectively your Cult Master cantrips, and, like, you get to draw a card for spending a card, I think Cult Master can be great. Like, especially in Arena where it's all about, like, swapping out creatures. Yeah.
It's just going to die.
Yes, it will die, but you're okay with that.
Okay, last card.
Okay, what are your thoughts?
I'm reading these. I'm not familiar with Gnomish Experimenter. Draw a card if it's a minion, transform it into a chicken. I'm mostly minions.
Yes.
That's not going to be useful at all.
Yeah. Well, I mean, right, you don't know the card. The chicken could be a 10/10 like thing for 5 mana.
What?
It's not. It's just a chicken, it's shit.
I was going to say, I know the chicken is 1/1, isn't it?
Yep, and I think it costs him like 2 as well from this guy.
Oh, goodness.
Because, because a 4 mana for a 4/3, and that's bad anyway. Yeah, no, maybe it costs 1. I don't know. It's just bad. Don't use it.
So I'm going to say the mind control tech, because if they've got board control, then if they've got 4 minions down, I can take one of them away. That's pretty good.
And I'd agree with you if Argent Commander wasn't sweet as fuck.
Okay, is that charge just that good?
It's charge and Divine Shield. So it's kind of like, here's a way to think about Argent Commander. If you could pay 6 mana to deal 4 damage to a minion and have a 4/2 on the board.
That's very...
It's all right, and that's what he is, effectively.
Is that better than the control you get from Mind Control Tech?
The thing about Mind Control Tech is...
they have to have more than 4 minions.
If you let him get 4 minions on the board, you've kind of done something wrong.
Fair enough.
You just end up sitting with the Mind Control Tech in your hand for a very, very long time thinking, what have I done with my life?
Just questioning everything.
Yeah, pretty much. So, yeah.
Let's take that Argent Commander.
Yeah. Argent Commander is just, he's good. Trust me. Like, he's, yeah.
Wonderful.
Okay, we've drafted. We've been recording for over an hour now.
I was thinking that.
I think
do we leave?
Even if you want to play your first game, I think we should stop this one, have that as its own thing, and yeah, probably.
Okie doke. So I suppose, do we thank people for listening if they've listened? Do we do that?
I think we give our condolences to people who listened.
If you've stuck with us this long, we're very sorry you don't have anything better to do.
It's just well, right. Here's how I'd watch something like this, just like as nice background.
Yeah. Also, I suppose, like, for people who don't know why certain choices are made, this may help those people make better decisions in the future with their life, which is actually exactly what I want.
Yes. Well, I mean, honestly, there's a bajillion other resources that'll tell you the same stuff, but I mean, I guess it just depends. If you find listening to us amusing, then it's a good excuse to learn this stuff and do that or something.
So our condolences if you've listened this far, and we'll see you in the future.
Yeah, toodle pip. Have a good one.